Hello, fellow headbangers of the internet. I'm the Festival Finesser, back bringing you guys another lineup review. And unfortunately, it's a festival I'm not going to, but I will eventually go to one day. We're talking about Bass Canyon 2020 lineup review. Let's get it.
Can I get a year?
I'm the Festival Finesser.
Can I get a year? Hello, Finesse Gang. Thank you for tuning back into the channel once again. New subscribers, new viewers, welcome as well. I'm the Festival Finesser. This is my channel, a channel that evolves around music festivals and live music going experiences with a focus and concentration on dubstep and rhythm. If you are not following me on a festival day by day, probably follow me at a show in New York City, Philly, New Jersey. Anywhere I go, you guys are coming with me. And if you're not following me at a show, you're probably sitting with me here at this desk, getting life hacks, trick tips, festival reviews, lineup reviews, EDM news, controversial debates, any words of advice I can give to you guys to make sure you can have the best festival going experience possible. We're talking about another banger today, guys. Bass Canyon 2020. This is a festival that was on my bucket list, bro. This is just, it seems like such an awesome festival, awesome vibes, awesome views, and it's an Excision curated event, bro. Excision never misses with these events. His festivals, his events, his shows, his tours, always A1. Excision is one of my favorite artists, if you guys do not know that, and Bass Canyon is definitely going to be on my bucket list. The problem for me is I'm on the East Coast, Bass Canyon's on the West Coast. Takes a lot of planning, preparation, money, and it's just hard to camp, flying and stuff like that. That would definitely be a challenge I'd like to tackle and to share with you guys, flying to a camping music festival. I don't think it's happening this year because we already have a lot of trips to Canada planned this year. We're doing Valhalla, and I think I'm coming to Ever After, guys. I know I've been saying I'm not, but I think I'm going to be able to finesse it. So keep your eyes peeled for that announcement, that Finesse Gang meetup in Canada. And I think it's now about time we talk about Bass Canyon. So before I get into the artists, I do want to mention to you guys that there's a second stage at Bass Canyon this year. Ever since Bass Canyon has been originated, it has always been one stage, and I always kind of had this debate: is Bass Canyon a festival even though it only has one stage? The production is out of this world, as always with Excision curated events, but I always just kind of found it questionable if it was a festival because it only had one stage. It's really just kind of a massive 2-day event, but because it has camping and all those other festival amenities and just vibes that a festival has, it falls into the festival category. But now with 2 stages, hands down, it's a festival. The second stage is gonna be more melodic, drum and bass, experimental, so just keep that in mind when looking at these artists. So let's talk about it. Going down August 28th and 30th at the Gorge Amphitheater, Bass Canyon 2020. We have 12th Planet, BTSM, Boogie T, Calcium, Champagne Drip, Decadon, holy shit, that's a big up. Shout out Decadon, Dion Timmer, Dirt Monkey, Eliminate, another, big up to Eliminate, finally getting the exposure he deserves. Eptic, Excision Detox Set, Excision back-to-back Millennium. Y'all know how I feel about Millennium and Excision. I just don't mesh well personally. And, I can have a whole video about Excision back-to-back Millennium and the thoughts and the opinions and how they're friends and they make similar music and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to have a discussion now, but Excision back-to-back Millennium is not something I would stick around for entirely, but always a detox set and 2-hour Excision set. I need a throwback set at Lost Lands or Bass Canyon. Give me a throwback set, bro, and I'll be at Bass Canyon 2020, bro. Ganja White Night, damn, bro, that would get breather real quick. Heckler, big up to Heckler, bro. He fell off for a minute. Not fell off, but he took a little pause, took a little hiatus, but he's back, and I'm hyped to see him at Bass Canyon. Then we get Kaiwachi, Company, another one of my favorites. Liquid Stranger for that heavy wook bass, bro. That's gonna be fucking sick at Bass Canyon on that with that production. And then we get LS Dream, a little more chilled out. And then we get Lucy, who I think brings you a little bit more weird vibes. She might be playing on the secondary stage, but yeah, I'm not sure how this is working because we have 2 different tiers here. I'm not sure if the second tier is the secondary stage, but we'll see as sometimes and more information evolves. So where were we? We have a couple blanked out names here, some blurred out names. This is going to be interesting to be revealed later. I'm not sure why they're blanked out. Maybe for contract reasons, touring reasons. I'm not sure, but then we get Phase 1, who I haven't seen. Actually, I just saw Phase 1 open up on tour for Excision. He was I was a little underwhelmed, honestly. Roy Volpe, who might be playing on that secondary stage as well, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm not sure how these tiers are, divided. Then we get Riot 10, which is also going to be heavy as fuck. Some more blurred out names. Space Laces, Spaghetti, Subtronics, blurred out names, Vampa, Wooly, Zabor. That's going to be, shout out Zabor, bro. Definitely one of the more rhythmy acts on here. I don't really see any much more rhythm aside from Zabor. And then we get Yuki, who again has been very underrated and underestimated, and just it really irks me how little love Yuki gets, because they were killing it and have had so many tracks played out at so many festivals and get no festival bookings. It's so sad because they kill it and they're so heavy. And yeah, so it's dope to see them on the Bass Canyon lineup and in the first tier as well. So now we're gonna go down to the second tier, and we have AU5, or I'm not even sure how to say the Ows, and we get Baldy, Benda, who I actually saw play at High Caliber. Blank, Diesel Boy for that drum and bass, DMVU for more experimental, DNMO, which I think is more melodic, Downlink DMB set. Interesting. I like Downlink, but not drum and bass, so I don't know if I'd be there. Then we get Essex, more Wook, chill vibes. Fox Stevenson, melodic. Grabbits, I'm not too sure about. Hydraulics, I'm not too sure about either. I know they have that song with Phase 1, but I think they might just be regular, just generic dubstep. And then we get Hex Cougar, Enzo, KJ Saka from Destroyed. That would be pretty dope seeing KJ Saka live, but I'd imagine it's going to be a DJ set. Not really sure. Leon, Lucid, more chill, kind of like Wakan style vibes. Then we get Machete, who I'm not too familiar with. Nasty, Nurko, Oliver's, which is I think a little more melodic, but I could be wrong. I know he has some like dubsteppy tracks, but he strikes me as more of a melodic artist. And then we get Schlump, who is definitely more experimental freeform bass. Stuka, Subdoctor, again more freeform experimental. Sully, which I don't think is Sullivan King, I think that's just Sully. Swarm, Taboo, again experimental freeform bass. William Black, Yetep, and Zeke Beats, again with those experimental freeform bass kind of sounds. And that wraps up the Bass Canyon 2020 lineup. So definitely not as immense as Lost Lands. I feel like it's a little bit of a smaller lineup, but the acts on here are just as heavy. It's a very stacked, very popular. Whoever curates these lineups do a very good job, because there is just the perfect amount of it's definitely not as overwhelming as Lost Lands, I don't think. Definitely not as many artists, and there's not as many stages, so Lost Lands is two main stages, and this is, I feel like, it's going to be a main stage and a secondary stage, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think if you guys plan on going to Bass Canyon, you should definitely do your research, because as I was doing some just browsing the website and I was going through the FAQs, there's some very interesting things, like you can't re-enter the festival grounds after a certain point. You have to have a VIP wristband to do that. Now I thought that was very interesting. There's no overnight parking or something like that. So yeah, if you guys plan on going, definitely do your research. Unfortunately, I can't really give you guys too much information because I've never been. I don't have any experience. So any questions I'm going to be answering are from what I read on the website and what I've heard. And I don't really have any friends who have been to Bass Canyon. So that's what I need you guys for. I need you guys to drop your experiences in the comments. Let me know. And let others know watching what Bass Canyon is like, what to expect, the do's, the don'ts. And so yeah, I'm very interested to see what's going to be happening with the 2 stages this year and how that is going to be working. And I would love to experience Bass Canyon, but it's just such a hard festival to go to for me, because I'd have to fly there, and then I have to worry about camping and all that stuff. And if I want to do the pre-setup camping, it's more money. So it definitely is an investment. It definitely is an expensive, purchase and an expensive experience. But it's something I definitely am going to check off my bucket list one day, because I've done EDC Vegas, and that was the same kind of concept. And it's only a matter of time before I go to Bass Canyon, whether it's with a media pass or whether it's out of my own pocket. I'm going to be at Bass Canyon for the experience, for myself, for you guys. And we're gonna have it on the vlog so we never forget. So that is the end of the review, Bass Canyon 2020. I will most likely not be seeing you guys there this year, but I promise you I will be at Bass Canyon eventually. Thank you guys for watching on the Festival Finesser, and I'll see you for another one very soon. Peace.